If you are a pediatric therapist and you're interested in higher ed positions at a university, I wanted to share a quick tip with you to help you to do some test runs to explore that option as a career choice. I'm Karen Dudek-Brannan, and I help pediatric therapists to map out their next career move so that they can plan a career path that allows them to serve in a way that helps them feel aligned and fulfilled and to make a bigger impact with their services. And I wanted to share a kind of a career experiment that I did in the early stages of when I created my company. So right now, what I do is that I have a business where I provide courses and trainings for speech pathologists who are working in the language and literacy space. And in the development of that company, I had a lot of different directions that I tried to go with my career to figure out what was the right choice for me. And one thing that I was seriously considering, since I had just finished my doctorate, was positions in higher ed at a university. So I really liked teaching. I really liked writing courses and research. So obviously that was a clear direction that would have made sense for me as far as my career. And so what I did when I was throughout the course of my graduate program, and when I was recently graduated and kind of exploring what direction I wanted to do next, was what I refer to as micro experiments, where I would just do these test runs and just try out different things to see what I actually liked doing, to see, am I going in the right direction from a career standpoint? And so one obvious test run that I did when I was exploring higher ed positions was taking adjunct assignments. So I did this throughout the course of my graduate coursework, because many times when you are in a doctoral program, you can teach adjunct for the university that you are that you're going through, because a lot of times they need people to teach additional sections of courses. And this was kind of a kill two birds with one stone kind of a thing, because for me, it allowed me to complete some of my course requirements. It allowed me to earn some extra income. It allowed me to get some tuition waivers. It allowed me to get some great experience teaching and mentoring pre-service professionals. So there were a lot of things baked into that little mini experiment that I did for myself that allowed me to see, is this something that I actually like doing? And I really did enjoy doing it. But obviously, the reason that I didn't end up going that direction for a career choice was more due to geography, not because I didn't like it. So what I ended up doing personally was, because I didn't want to move, a lot of times with higher ed positions, you do have to relocate. That didn't make sense for my family. But I knew that when I actually created my next career path, that I enjoyed teaching. I enjoyed creating courses. I had experience with that. And so I knew that that was something that I liked doing. So I really encourage clinicians to just embrace this idea of mini experiments that they can do with their career while they're still working in whatever job that they're doing, so that they can kind of explore if they like certain things. Because, you would hate to do all this work to get this new job and leave a job where you like it, you like what you're doing, even if you're ready for the next stage. It would be, very unfortunate for you to do something, get into a position and hate it. Obviously, we can't totally prevent that from happening, but what you can do is do these test runs and try different things out so that you can get an idea of what you actually do like. And at the same time, it allows you to get some great experience that you can add to your portfolio. So if you're considering higher ed positions, taking adjunct assignments is a great option. So not only did I do this during my graduate coursework when I was getting my doctorate, I also afterwards, when I was done with my degree, had some people approach me, and I took some additional assignments at other universities. And now, even, just with the way things have gone in the last couple of years, sometimes you can find positions where you can be 100% remote. I had a couple options where I did that, and that gave me some great experience as well. So you're certainly not limited to universities in your area if you are if you don't want to travel. Many of these positions, if you're not currently in a doctoral program and you're kind of wondering if this is an option that you would like to explore, you can actually sometimes find some positions that are willing to take people who have a master's degree as well for an adjunct assignment. And so sometimes that doesn't necessarily lead to a tenure track position if you do have a master's degree, but it's certainly something that you can try out to see if you enjoy it. So I highly recommend this as a career micro experiment, taking adjunct assignments. For me, it was multifunctional. It allowed me to see, do I like teaching? Do I like writing courses? Do I like grading and this whole format? And what I ended up doing is that because the actual higher ed position didn't work for me because I didn't want to move, I actually ended up creating a business that looked very similar to that. My business is set up similar to that format, except the difference is that I am teaching and training clinicians as a self-employed person as opposed to working for a university. So what that helped me do was explore something that I enjoyed and figure out how to make it work for me in my situation. Now, if I was willing to move, who knows? Maybe I would have continued to explore the formal employment route, and maybe I would be teaching at a university right now. The point is that this exploration is to find out what you like, what you enjoy, to give yourself experience, and then figure out a way to use that information to create something that's customized for you and the way that you want to serve. So to learn more about how to conduct these mini career micro experiments, because there's lots of things that you can do as a clinician. Higher ed is just one option. There's also private practice, consulting services. You can create trainings for school districts or other facilities. There's so many different models that you can use, and really just be creative with the way that you provide services. If you're kind of in a position where you enjoy your job as a therapist, but you feel like you could be offering more just because you want to make a career transition, or you just want to make a bigger impact with your services. Maybe you feel a little bit limited in what you can do and in the current position that you're in, and you want to be doing more. So if that's the case, then I wanted to invite you to join me in an event that is happening. It's kind of an ongoing event for our clinicians. It's called the Clinical Leadership Roundtable. In this event, I am guiding clinicians through a 3-stage process to help them to just explore, go through the self-discovery process of how they like to work, who they like to work with, and then designing some career options so that they can start to create some of these micro experiments that help them to map out the next stage of their career. So if you are a clinician who you enjoy your job, you enjoy your work, but you feel like there's more you could be doing for your career and the way that you serve your clients, your caseload, and your community, I invite you to join me in the Clinical Leadership Roundtable. So I'm going to post a link in this description where you can actually sign up for this event. It's going to be happening in a Facebook group that I'm hosting. But if you are interested in the Clinical Leadership Roundtable, just click on that event page and sign up, or you can go to drkarendudek-brannan.com/leadership roundtable. Again, that's drkarendudek-brannan.com/leadership roundtable to sign up for that event. Thanks so much for listening, and